You guys seem to really like the video that I did of the perfume concentrates and why they're just a marketing scam. But today I want to talk to you about how stupid pulse points are.
This is gonna be good.
All right, so here I am in Paint, the world's best program for creating designs. So, okay, let's say you have Bill here. And Bill is a great guy. He buys all the new releases, he smells fantastic, and his favorite niche house is Mancera. And we'll just sprays off here, and we'll give Bill a little nice smiley face. All right, so Bill has been watching a lot of YouTube channels. He's been experimenting with different fragrances, and he wants to know, how do I apply my fragrance? And then a kind fragrance reviewer kindly explains to him how to apply a fragrance. So the fragrance reviewer says to spray your neck here, and then to spray your wrists here. And some reviewers even say to spray the back of your kneecap, which is the stupidest, weirdest thing. And then some people say to spray your chest, because all of these places are hot, baby, hot. Or the famous pulse point. So the whole concept is like you're warm some places and you're not warm in other places. Guys, you're a living human being. You're warm everywhere. Yeah, your fingers might be a little colder than your chest, sure. But that's not gonna affect your performance overall for your fragrance, not one bit. Just spray on your clothes and call it a day. Or spray on your neck, or spray on your head, or spray on your toes. So when you get a person that has a foot fetish, they'll be like, wow, you smell amazing. Now I want to clarify one thing. Yes, heat and fragrance are a match made in heaven. Candles are a great example, and those little wall mount things that you plug into the wall and it's just fresh, it's amazing. And those come from heat. So yes, heat kind of expands fragrances, it pushes it off. And if you add heat and a fan, forget about it. And then a lot of people say, don't spray under your clothes because you're gonna get less projection. If you spray under your clothes here, it's not gonna go out as far. It's gonna stop like right here, which is stupid in its own right. Let me explain. All right, let's say Bill here his pants. Everyone in the gym is gonna smell that. Same thing goes for if you're wearing Oud for Glory. And if you were to spill bleach on the ground, it would smell like bleach in your apartment, right? And your floors are not pulse points. Pine saw is another great example. You put pine saw on the ground on the cold wood floor and it smells like pine in your house. Your wood floors are not pulse points. So how does it be so aromatic? Because when you spray on a fragrance, like when you spray on wherever, on your hands, on your feet here, what a fragrance does is it projects off, and it doesn't really need a lot of heat to project off because you can smell it regardless. So if Bill here fired his fragrance at a test strip, this is a test strip, just go with me here. That test strip doesn't have a pulse point, and it relays back to him the smell. So inside a fragrance bottle is fragrance, and it smells of fragrance. And don't you dare dab your fragrance like that. Don't do it. Because what that does is it damages the molecules and it damages the sensitive materials, and just the same way that when ocean water hits a rock like this, it damages the ocean water. Or when you throw a rock into some water, it's gonna damage the rock. Or when you beat your meat in the kitchen, it's gonna make the meat smell different. Now that we know that tapping your fragrances like this damages the fragrance, how do you apply a fragrance? Do you apply to your pulse points? Or instead, because it's fragrance and it smells good already, you can spray this on wherever you would like. It doesn't matter, because if you spill bleach on the ground, it's gonna smell like bleach. If you spill pine saw on the ground, it's gonna smell like pine saw. If you spray on fragrance, you're gonna smell like the fragrance. No, it's not gonna increase longevity and projection, yada, 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 whatever. So actually spraying a fragrance on your pulse points would actually make it go away a lot quicker. So if you sweat, the water's just gonna run down. Let me write this out. So if Bill has a fragrance on here and he's out in like high heat, like the sun is just beating down on him, the sun really likes to beat off Bill. Bill is gonna be sweating his ass off, and that's just gonna sweat, 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 and sweat. That's disgusting, Bill. And then sooner or later, Bill's fragrance is gonna be on the ground, and the sweat is just gonna be attacking it, raining down. Bill needs to get some antiperspirant. So actually, if you want your fragrance to last a lot longer, just spray on your clothes. Anyway, what I'm trying to say, sarcasm aside, It doesn't matter where you spray your fragrance on, just spray it on and you'll be fine. Usually around the head, because if you give somebody a hug, they'll be like, wow, you smell amazing. Usually if you spray the top of your shoulders, that would be good. Spray the back of your shirt or the back of your neck. That's great too, because then you're walking and it will kind of like dissipate around you. But like I said, if Bill his pants, everyone's gonna smell it. If Bill sprays on Dior Sauvage, everyone's gonna smell it. Same analogy. Spray on 2 to 3 if you're being conservative, 5 to 6 if you wanna be noticed, 10 or more if you wanna be obnoxious. Thanks for watching the video. We'll see you next time.